In this podcast episode, Dr. Stephen Greer, known for his work with the Disclosure Project, provides insights into the history of UFO sightings, the implications of advanced technologies, and the ongoing secrecy surrounding these phenomena. Dr. Greer begins by asserting that extraterrestrial civilizations have been observing Earth for decades, if not centuries. He claims that these civilizations are not hostile. Rather, they are concerned about humanity's propensity for violence and conflict. According to him, these advanced beings have intervened in human affairs, particularly in preventing nuclear wars and mitigating threats from space objects. This assertion challenges the common narrative that portrays extraterrestrials as potential aggressors, suggesting instead that they are guardians of our planet, watching over us as we navigate our tumultuous history. The discussion emphasizes that there are numerous extraterrestrial civilizations, each with its own unique characteristics and intentions. Dr. Greer argues that these beings possess advanced technologies that could revolutionize life on Earth, particularly in energy generation and transportation. However, he warns that the current state of human civilization, marked by greed and conflict, poses a significant barrier to the peaceful integration of these technologies into society. The potential for collaboration with these civilizations hinges on humanity's ability to evolve socially and spiritually. A significant portion of the conversation revolves around the military-industrial complex and its influence on the secrecy surrounding UFOs and extraterrestrial technologies. Dr. Greer explains that since the mid-20th century, particularly after the detonation of the first atomic bomb, a covert group has taken control of advanced technologies derived from extraterrestrial sources. This group, he claims, operates outside the bounds of constitutional oversight, effectively creating a parallel government that prioritizes secrecy and control over transparency and public safety. Dr. Greer highlights the constitutional crisis that arises from this situation, as elected officials and the general public remain largely unaware of the extent of these operations. He notes that many military personnel are beginning to come forward as whistleblowers, expressing their discontent with the secrecy and corruption within these programs. This growing movement among military defectors is seen as a potential turning point in the fight for transparency and accountability regarding extraterrestrial technologies. The podcast delves into the increasing number of military personnel and government officials who are willing to speak out about their experiences with UFOs and extraterrestrial technologies. Dr. Greer emphasizes the importance of these whistleblowers in bringing the truth to light, as they provide first-hand accounts of the operations and technologies that have been kept hidden from the public. He believes that their testimonies are crucial in dismantling the narrative of secrecy and fear that has dominated the discourse surrounding UFOs. Dr. Greer also discusses the challenges faced by these whistleblowers, including the fear of retribution and the psychological conditioning that prevents them from fully disclosing their knowledge. He encourages those with information to come forward, assuring them that they can do so safely and confidentially. The conversation underscores the need for a supportive environment where individuals can share their experiences without fear of consequences, ultimately contributing to a more informed public dialogue about extraterrestrial life. A key theme in the podcast is the advanced nature of extraterrestrial technologies, which Dr. Greer argues far surpasses anything currently available on Earth. He explains that these technologies include methods of energy generation that could eliminate the need for fossil fuels and revolutionize transportation. Dr. Greer asserts that the suppression of this knowledge is a deliberate act by those in power who benefit from maintaining the status quo of energy consumption and economic control. Dr. Greer elaborates on the implications of these technologies, suggesting that they could lead to a more equitable and sustainable world. He envisions a future where energy is abundant and accessible to all, eliminating poverty and conflict over resources. However, he cautions that the release of such technologies must be handled carefully, as they could also be weaponized if placed in the wrong hands. The conversation highlights the delicate balance between progress and responsibility in the pursuit of advanced technologies. Dr. Greer discusses the psychological warfare tactics employed by the military and government to manipulate public perception of UFOs and extraterrestrial life. He explains that the narrative surrounding these phenomena has been carefully crafted to instill fear and promote the idea of extraterrestrials as threats. This strategy serves to justify increased military spending and the development of advanced weaponry, as well as to distract the public from the real issues at hand. The conversation touches on the historical context of this psychological manipulation, tracing its roots back to the 1950s, when the government began to recognize the potential for UFOs to be used as a tool for social control. Dr. Greer argues that the ongoing portrayal of extraterrestrials as hostile entities is a deliberate tactic to maintain power and control over the populace. By fostering a climate of fear, those in power can divert attention from their own agendas and the pressing issues facing humanity. As the podcast progresses, Dr. Greer reflects on the future of humanity in relation to extraterrestrial life. He expresses hope that humanity can evolve to a point where it can peacefully coexist with these advanced civilizations. However, he acknowledges that this transformation will require significant changes in human behavior and societal structures. Dr. Greer emphasizes the importance of spiritual and social development in achieving this goal, arguing that technological advancements alone will not suffice. Dr. Greer also warns of the potential consequences if humanity fails to make this transition. He suggests that the continued pursuit of conflict and division could lead to catastrophic outcomes, including the possibility of self-destruction. The conversation serves as a call to action for individuals to reflect on their values and priorities, urging them to work towards a more harmonious and sustainable future. The podcast touches on the potential impact of the revelation of extraterrestrial life on organized religion. Dr. Greer posits that while some religious groups may resist the idea of extraterrestrial beings, many others may find ways to integrate this knowledge into their belief systems. He suggests that the core tenets of most religions, such as compassion, love, and unity, are compatible with the existence of extraterrestrial life. Dr. Greer emphasizes that the key to navigating this transition lies in the ability of religious leaders to adapt and reinterpret their teachings in light of new information. He believes that a broader understanding of consciousness and the interconnectedness of all life forms can lead to a more inclusive and compassionate worldview. The conversation highlights the potential for religious institutions to play a positive role in fostering unity and understanding in the face of new revelations. Dr. Greer discusses the media's role in shaping public perception of UFOs and extraterrestrial life. He argues that mainstream media outlets often perpetuate sensationalized narratives that serve the interests of those in power. This results in a distorted understanding of the issues at hand, as the public is bombarded with misinformation and fear-based messaging. The podcast emphasizes the need for independent media and alternative platforms to provide accurate and balanced information about extraterrestrial phenomena. Dr. Greer encourages listeners to seek out credible sources and to question the narratives presented by mainstream media. By fostering a more informed public discourse, he believes that society can begin to shift towards a more open and accepting attitude towards the possibility of extraterrestrial life. Throughout the podcast, Dr. Greer stresses the importance of public awareness and engagement in the conversation about extraterrestrial life. He believes that the more people are informed about the realities of UFOs and the potential for contact with extraterrestrial civilizations, the more likely it is that society will be able to navigate this complex issue successfully. Dr. Greer encourages listeners to share information and engage in discussions with others, as collective awareness can lead to meaningful change. Dr. Greer also highlights the role of grassroots movements in advocating for transparency and accountability regarding extraterrestrial technologies. He believes that a united public front can pressure governments and institutions to disclose information and take action towards peaceful coexistence with extraterrestrial beings. The conversation serves as a rallying cry for individuals to take an active role in shaping the future of humanity in relation to the cosmos. In conclusion, Dr. Greer calls for action from individuals and communities to push for transparency and accountability regarding extraterrestrial life and technologies. He emphasizes the need for more whistleblowers to come forward and share their experiences, as well as the importance of supporting initiatives that promote public awareness and understanding. Dr. Greer believes that by working together, humanity can create a future that embraces the possibility of extraterrestrial life and fosters a spirit of cooperation and unity.